According to the French outlet, Marseille sporting director Andoni Zubizarreta has held talks with the Belgium international's representatives over a potential move, but his wage demands may prove to be a stumbling block. Fellaini, 30, is out of contract at Old Trafford this summer and has also been linked with the move to AC Milan. As well as Fellaini, L'Équipe reports that Marseille are also considering a move for former Manchester City midfielder Yaya Toure, who is now a free agent. Arsenal hold positive. Lichtsteiner talks. Arsenal are hopeful of completing a deal to sign departing Juventus defender Stefan Lichtsteiner. The Switzerland international is out of contract this summer and has held talks over signing a 2-year deal with the Gunners. He is set to become Unai Emery's first signing since he replaced Arsene Wenger in North London. Read Chris Wheatley's full story on goal. Arsenal hold Forsberg talks. Arsenal have held talks with Emil Forsberg's agent regarding a potential deal for the RB Leipzig midfielder, claims Sport Expressen. Atletico Madrid and Juventus are also interested in the Sweden international, although Leipzig recently stated they did not want to sell Forsberg this summer. An offer in excess of £45 million ($60.1 million) is likely to be required for Leipzig to change their stances. The Bundesliga club also looked to reward Forsberg with a new contract. Fekir to Liverpool. Far from a done deal, Lyon president Jean-Michel Aulas has said that Nabil Fekir's reported move to Liverpool is far from a certainty, denying that there has even been contact between the clubs. Fekir played a leading role in sending OL to the Champions League group stages next season, scoring 18 times and creating 7 more in 30 outings for the Rhone side. Such stellar performances have caught the eye of many of Europe's biggest clubs, but while Aulas admits that there has been interest in his ace, he has said that no official talks have been opened. Read the full story here. Shakhtar want more than €50 million for Fred. Manchester United have been warned they will be expected to exceed Manchester City's previous offer of €50 million if they are to sign Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk. The midfielder was the subject of an approach from Premier League champions City in the winter, but the Ukrainian outfit rejected the bid. And, while United are now the club leading the charge for the Brazil international, Shakhtar president Rinat Akhmedov insists that he is expecting offers this summer to be no lower than the one which City submitted in January. Read the full story here. RB Leipzig want Chelsea's Lone Star Kennedy. RB Leipzig are the latest club to express serious interest in Kennedy, joining Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich among those hoping to sign him from Chelsea, Goal understands. Kennedy was used as a backup wing-back for Marcos Alonso at Chelsea until he joined Newcastle United on loan in January and impressed up on Tyneside. The 22-year-old's performances have been noted by Leipzig, who are currently showing the most interest in bringing in the winger. Read the full story here. Batshuayi puts off talks on future. Michy Batshuayi wants to concentrate on earning a place in Belgium's final World Cup squad before considering his long-term future. The striker joined Borussia Dortmund on loan from Chelsea in January and made a big impression in the Bundesliga, scoring 7 goals in 10 appearances before injury curtailed his season. With Antonio Conte expected to leave, Batshuayi has been tipped to stay at Stamford Bridge with a view to earning a place in the next manager's plans ahead of 2018-19. Read the full story here. Thiago hints at uncertain Bayern future. Thiago Alcantara has suggested his future at Bayern Munich is uncertain, although he insists he is focused on the World Cup for now. The 27-year-old midfielder signed a new 4-year contract in April last year but has been linked with a possible return to Barcelona in recent weeks. Thiago is ignoring speculation while he prepares for Spain's World Cup campaign but has admitted his future at the Allianz Arena is far from guaranteed. Read the full story here. Liverpool close in on Fekir. Liverpool will step up their pursuit of Lion star Nabil Fekir as they look to sign him before the World Cup, reports The Guardian. The 24-year-old starred for Lyon in 2017-18, scoring 18 goals and earning a call to France's World Cup squad. The Reds will see their finances boosted by £70 million, €80 million per $94 million, for reaching the Champions League final, and could spend that windfall on the attacking midfielder. Juve to sign £10 million Darmian and keep Alex Sandro. Juventus are set to complete a deal for Manchester United's Matteo Darmian as early as next week and remain hopeful of signing Alex Sandro up to a new long-term contract, Goal understands. The Italian champions are likely to wrap up a transfer worth around £10 million, €11 million per $13 million, for Darmian, ending the Italy international's 3-year spell at Old Trafford by signing him to a 5-year contract at the Allianz Stadium. But the deal will not include Alex Sandro, who has been targeted by United, with the Bianconeri insisting he remains a part of their future plans. Read the full story here. Barcelona determined to sign Rodrigo. Barcelona are determined not to miss out on the signing of Santos teenage striker Rodrigo, according to Mundo Deportivo. Rodrigo has already drawn comparisons to Neymar, and the 17-year-old is also a target for Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain. However, having seen Real Madrid agree a deal for Flamengo's Vinicius Jr., Barcelona do not want to lose out on another highly rated Brazilian attacker and hope to persuade Santos to lower their demands, with Rodrigo's release clause currently standing at €50 million, £43.8 million per $58.6 million. Martinez in Milan to complete Inter move. Inter are set to complete the signing of Lautaro Martinez after the striker arrived in Italy for a medical. The 20-year-old Argentine had been linked with the move to Europe for some time amid his strong performances for Racing Club. Martinez was the subject of a bid from Real Madrid, according to his agent, while Atletico Madrid were also tracking him, but he was keen to continue his development in Italy. Read the full story here. Grêmio rule out early Arthur to Barca move. Arthur will not be allowed to join Barcelona until the end of the Brazilian season, Grêmio president Romildo Bolzan Jr. has said. The Catalans reached an agreement over a purchase option for the player in March this year, allowing them to sign him for a fee that could reach €39 million. It was expected Barca would wait until January 2019 to bring the midfielder to Camp Nou, but there are claims they will speed up his move due to the departure of Andrés Iniesta to Vissel Kobe. Read the full story here. Buffon would be happy to make PSG move. Agent Gianluigi Buffon's agent has dropped the greatest suggestion yet that the veteran goalkeeper will move to Paris Saint-Germain next season. The Juventus and Italy legend announced earlier this month that he would leave Juventus at the end of the season and had an emotional send-off with the Turin club as he helped them to a 7th successive Serie A title. He had been expected to retire from football but instead kept the door open for another move at the age of 40, and the shot-stopper's agent has confirmed a move to PSG would be of interest. Read the full story here. Man UTD near Fred. United are in talks with Shakhtar over Brazil international Fred, who will cost around £52 million, €59 million per $70 million. The club also wants to tie up Alderweireld before the World Cup begins, with the Belgium international set to cost £45 million, €51 million per $60 million. Madrid turned down €150 million for Asensio. Agent Real Madrid have rejected 2 offers of €150 million, £131 million per $176 million, for Marco Asensio, his agent has claimed. The offers both came from the Premier League, with several clubs hoping to snatch the 22-year-old away from Madrid. Asensio started just 19 of his 32 La Liga appearances this season, scoring 6 goals. Read the full story here. Vidal wants Juve return. Bayern Munich midfielder Arturo Vidal hopes to rejoin Juventus this summer, according to Calcio Mercato. The Chilean made a name for himself with the Old Lady, starring for the club in 4 seasons between 2011 and 2015, with Vidal's contract set to expire at the end of next season. Bayern could cash in on the 31-year-old now rather than lose him for free next summer. Lazio's Savic price too high for Man Utd. Manchester United have cooled their interest in Sergej Milinkovic-Savic after Lazio demanded £87.5 million €100 million per $117 million for the midfielder, reports the Daily Mail. United have been heavily linked with the 23-year-old Serbia international, who has also drawn interest from Real Madrid and PSG. Jose Mourinho does want to bring another midfielder to Old Trafford alongside the expected arrival of Fred, but is unwilling to go that high for Milinkovic-Savic. Arsenal and for Sarri. Arsenal are still interested in signing Nice midfielder Jean-Michel Sarri, according to Sky Sports. New Gunners boss Unai Emery tried to sign Sarri at PSG in January, but the deal was scrapped over financial fair play concerns. Sarri has an agreement with Nice that allows him to leave if an offer of £35 million €40 million per $47 million or more comes in. Man Utd ready to pounce for Costa. Manchester United will make a big money move for Douglas Costa if Juventus do not exercise their purchase option on the Brazilian, reports The Sun. Costa starred on loan for Juve in 2017-18, and the Serie A side have the option to purchase the 27-year-old from Bayern Munich for £33 million €38 million per $44 million. Though Juve are expected to exercise that option, they could opt to spend elsewhere, and if they do, United are ready to make a £79 million €90 million per $106 million move to sign him from Bayern. Spurs target Zaha, Martial. Mauricio Pochettino has requested £100 million €114 million per $134 million to strengthen his squad as Spurs look to add marquee names ahead of their move to a new stadium. Pochettino signed a new 5-year contract with Spurs on Thursday. Leno to choose between Atletico Leverkusen goalkeeper Bernd Leno will choose between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal as his next club, reports Kicker. The Germany international is in demand, and is set to leave Leverkusen after the club signed Lucas Hradecki from Eintracht Frankfurt as his replacement on Wednesday. Leno has turned down the advances of Napoli, meaning the 26-year-old can now decide whether he wants to continue his career in Spain or England. Mandzukic is expected to leave Juventus this summer, and Jose Mourinho is reportedly keen to add a tall, powerful attacker like the Croatian. Should a move for Mandzukic not materialize, then United would be interested in West Ham star Arnautovic, who fits a similar profile to the Juventus man. Arsenal keen on Ndiaye. Arsenal are interested in signing Badou Ndiaye from recently relegated Stoke City, according to Galsenfoot. The Senegal international joined the Potters from Galatasaray in January, and performed well while making 13 Premier League appearances in a central midfield role. In addition to Arsenal, Besiktas and West Ham have also expressed an interest in the 27-year-old. Plays clubs tracking Blackburn teenager. Several Premier League sides, including Manchester United, are tracking Blackburn defender Jake Garrett, reports ESPN FC. At 15, Garrett is considered one of England's best defensive prospects and has been featuring for Blackburn's under-18 side this season, in addition to United, Leicester City, Crystal Palace and Watford, as well as Championship sides Leeds, Derby and Fulham are all monitoring Garrett's situation.